Hey, Aubrey, how's your day going so far?
Oh, it's been a day, Lindsay. There are so many weird things have happened today. We were notified yesterday that they were going to redo the street, like the
Oh,
asphalt. And so
no.
we had to move all of the cars like down. So I almost feel like I live in New York again, having to like walk to my car to be able to go somewhere.
Yeah,
But
that's
also my
fun.
neighbor, I live next to an elderly lady who was
Oh,
going to receive a package and she's not here. And whatever it is, it can't be left out. I
okay.
don't, it's like something frozen or
Yeah.
refrigerated. And it's a gift. She just was told that it couldn't be left outside. So she asked me if I could watch for it and bring it in. But I'm like, I can't sit by the window and watch outside. So we're all
Yeah.
sort of on high alert trying to watch for something to be
Oh,
delivered. And it's
oh.
crazy how much something like that will disrupt your day.
Yeah, it seems that all these things tend to happen on the same day, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The construction, the moving the car, and this, and maybe the drilling is starting on the street, right? And then,
Yes.
your neighbor needs your help. And then, oh gosh, yeah, some days are truly like that.
It's so true. Everything at once. Well, this phrase is fun. It's been a day. It actually is accurate for me today, but this came up in the role play of a recent episode where I think it was you
Yes.
said, it's been a day. And we
Mm-hmm.
immediately thought, oh, that's a great phrase. We got to talk about
Yeah.
that in a future episode.
Yeah, and we'll let you know what episode that was in case you missed it at the end of the episode. But yeah, let's get into this because this is kind of a trendy phrase right now. And we love to cover the trends, the language trends on All Ears English to make sure our listeners are connecting and they're up to date, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So let's dive into this one and then similar related phrases
Yeah.
that we also, and a lot of these are sort of newer, trendy phrases. I'm
Yeah,
excited
yeah.
to share these today.
Yeah. So it's been a day is the phrase we're teaching you guys today, right? And it's used when the day maybe has been long, exhausting, eventful. A lot of things have challenged you that day, let's say.
Exactly, right? We don't say this when a day was amazing and lots
Right.
of positive things happened. We wouldn't say, it's been a day. Like this is
No, right.
negative.
Yeah, for sure. So, for example, it's been a day. I got stuck in traffic and then was pulled into an unscheduled meeting that lasted all afternoon. So, it's like at least two or three or four things have happened that just don't feel ideal.
Exactly, right? It almost sounded like you said I got struck in
I
traffic.
know.
Imagine that would be a much worse day than getting stuck in traffic.
Yeah, there's always something worse. That's what we like to keep in mind. It
That's
could always
true.
be much worse.
I
Right?
was stuck in traffic, but at least I wasn't struck in
Struck
traffic. At
in
least I wasn't hit by a car.
Oh my God, can you imagine? No, gosh, no. What else would you say, Aubrey?
Maybe after a long day, you could say,
Yeah.
I need a drink. It's been a day.
Yeah, or whatever your go-to vice is. I need an ice cream cone.
Exactly,
a
right?
day.
Whatever it is, that'll take the edge off a little bit.
Yeah, I had a day like this last week or 2 weeks ago where we're staying at my in-laws condo and there's like plumbing issues here. So we had constant like different providers coming in the house and my dog would bark and I was trying to have meetings and it was just like everything all at once, you know?
Oh, that would be terrible. And they give you like a window, so you never know exactly when they're coming. That's so
It's
hard.
crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, that was a day. But we don't really say it in the past like that, right? It's really only said in the phrase, it's been a day. We don't say that was a day or
Exactly. Good point.
it
And
will
so,
be a day. We don't do it that
no,
way. Yeah.
exactly. This is a chunk to say
Yeah.
it's been a day, word for word, meaning this day was a lot or this day was awful.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say that was quite a day, right? And it would be the same
Yes.
idea, but it's not, this chunk is not conjugatable.
Exactly,
Right?
right? And this is newer to say it's been a day like
It's
this, but it's really been adopted. I'm hearing people say it a lot,
Yeah.
probably just because it's so fun.
Yeah, I know. I've definitely heard it lately in the last like couple of years for sure. Then,
But our next one is a little more flexible and has
Yeah.
been around longer to just say, what a day, meaning it's very similar meaning. But just like you said, you could also say like, what a day this has been, or, this has turned out to be quite a day. Like there are sort of other ways that we say this.
yeah, but this one I feel like could also be good, don't you think? I mean, what a day. What a day we've had. We went to the baseball game. You won the lottery. It
That's
could be
true.
good.
This could be either, depending on the context, right? You could
Yeah.
share a few positive things that happened, and then what a day. And the
Yeah.
intonation will be different. You'll sound more positive.
Or if it was just a full day, like it was up and down, a lot happened that day. Good things,
Yes.
bad things. Oh, what a day.
Totally. So we have one negative example and one positive example. I'll do
Yes.
the negative one. Ready?
Okay.
What a day. I didn't stop running errands from morning till night. Just meaning same as like, it's been a day. It means like there was
Yes.
just a lot happening.
I love it. And then today was a lot. Now,
Oh,
I
wait,
like-
we have a positive example
did I
there.
miss
I could
something?
share this one too. So
Okay.
this is where we're saying what a day when something's really positive.
Okay.
I finally finished that project I've been stressing over for weeks. What a day.
Yes.
Right? This is like, this was a
Yes.
very good day.
Just saying like this day is notable.
Yes,
right? This is
exactly.
a memorable day. Something is happened of substance today.
Exactly.
And then today was a lot. I mean, just this construction alone, something is a lot or was a lot is also trendy.
Very much so. And we're using this about people too, to say like she's a lot or
yeah.
he's a lot.
That could
To
be
be
another
made, maybe they're
episode.
like dramatic.
Yeah, that could be another episode we could do as a follow-up, Aubrey.
That's a good idea.
Just talking about this phrase a lot, but we'll just skim the surface today. One example, honestly, today was a lot. I got into a huge fight with my friend. So
Yeah, right. So something emotionally draining, emotionally taxing, say it was a lot.
Yeah.
You might say, today was a lot. I found out the company I work for is about to have a lot of layoffs. So it's often used this way when you receive some kind of news that was disturbing. You know, this is also more negative to say today
Yeah.
was a lot.
And what we're talking about, and it's important to note, emotionally draining is what we said before, right? It's not so much that you had a lot of meetings. It could apply. Let's say you were just book solid and then you had to pick up your kids from swim class, and not so much there was a lot going on, just emotionally a lot.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it could definitely work for both, but often this is when we use it when we were more emotionally drained.
Emotionally drained, yeah. And then another great one. It's been one of those days.
Yes, I love this one. I use this a lot. You might say, it's been one of those days. I spilled coffee on my shirt, missed the bus, and forgot my wallet at home.
Again, it all happens on the same day.
It's so true.
So true.
When it rains, it pours.
It rains, it pours. And you could also say, honestly, it's been one of those days. I'm ready to crawl into bed. That's the wise thing to do. When you feel like you're having a day where things are just not going right, put on your pajama pants, Netflix, get into bed, you know?
Yes, exactly. That definitely happens to me. I have this shirt that has like a battery with the red showing. So it's like battery low and it says mom battery. I'm like, I put that on.
That's
I'm like,
cool.
I'm done
Love
being a
that.
mom today,
You
guys.
can let everyone know, you know, you're taking the night off, right? I love
Right.
that. It's so necessary, right?
Totally.
Okay, we have one more that we don't want to forget. Rough day. So
yeah, right. So maybe
straightforward.
we'll just say, oh, today was rough. Everything seemed to go wrong.
Or you could say, I've had a rough day, so I'm just going to take a long bath and relax. This is how we find self-compassion, right?
Exactly.
We treat ourselves, right, to whatever meal we enjoy, or just try to turn the day around a little bit, or just try to recover if it's
Just
been
to
tough.
recover. Exactly. And we also will ask this as a question. If someone looks really exasperated, we might say, rough day.
Yes.
Let's show how that looks in a role play.
Okay.
I'll start us out. Ready?
Yeah.
Rough day.
Yes. Nothing is going right today. Yeah.
Yeah. And this doesn't have any kind of negative connotation of, I'm not saying you look tired. I'm not saying, right. It just is
Right,
like,
right.
you seem kind of frazzled. And so you could say
Yes.
this, rough day.
Yes, because we did a fantastic episode a few weeks ago on the dangers, the traps in commenting on someone's appearance, right?
Right. Not
Yes.
saying you look tired or
Yes, yes. But this, you know, the fact that you're not saying it looks like you had a rough day, you're saying rough day, you're
Just rough
taking away
day.
the subject, right?
It's interesting. Just that chunk by itself, rough day.
Yeah.
And really just means like, is everything okay? You seem like
Totally.
that your day has been a lot.
And it's less commenting on the look, it's more commenting on, hey, I'm here for you. Do you want to talk about it? Right? What happened?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do a role play where we use all of these. And
Okay.
in this role play, I just got a phone call from you, my friend Lindsay.
All right, here we go.
I'll start us out. I just got home. It's been a day.
Oh no, what happened?
Today was just a lot. Boring work stuff. You don't want to hear about it.
No, I do. For me, when it's been one of those days, it really helps to talk it out. Want to meet for ice cream?
I would love that actually. Say when and where and I'll be there.
Oh, that's the friend everyone needs.
So true. The friend that invites you to go for ice cream when
And
you've had a day.
Yes. The friend that's always around, available to take you out for ice cream. I love it. So good.
Seriously. Yeah. So I started with that. It's been a day, right? So if we're on the phone and you ask me how my day was, if I say this, I'm willing to share details about it usually. Otherwise, you would just say like, fine, the day was fine. Right?
Yeah.
If you use this, you are opening the conversation. Plan on sharing some of what was so crazy about the day.
Yeah, our listeners should know that the phrase "I'm fine" or "everything's fine" is really code for "I don't want to talk about it."
Exactly. Right.
Just move on with the conversation. But it's been a day. I should expect some details here, or I can ask for them, right?
Yeah. So then you say, oh no, what happened? And then I'm like, today was just a lot. But then I'm realizing maybe you don't want to hear about it because it's boring work stuff. So I say boring work stuff. You don't want to hear about it. And this is my invitation to you to like pivot to something else. I'm letting you know we don't have to talk about it.
Yep. And so what I decided to do, which is a good connection skill, is I said how I deal with it when I have one of those days, right? I said, well, for me, when it's been one of those days, it really helps to talk it out. And then I actually went even further and invited you out for ice cream. Fantastic.
Such a good friend. I agree. And this is a great use of this when it's been one of those days. It's also you connecting and sharing, like, we all have those days. You know, there's no judgment or blame that someone's going through it. Right.
100%. This is connection right here, Aubrey. I mean, this is great. So we had episode 2571 was where this came from. It's been a day, right, Aubrey? That came from the role play there. Mm-hmm.
That was called Don't Let English Vocabulary Break Down on You. This came up in the role play. You said it's been a day. And we promised this follow-up. So if you missed that episode, scroll up and be sure to check it out.
All right. Any other final takeaway for our listeners today?
Yeah, I think this is great to keep in mind that when you have close friends, it doesn't have to always be roses and sunshine, right? We all have these kind of days and, be willing to share that. Use these phrases to share that with a friend that you know would care, would be willing to talk it out with you.
Yeah, because they're also going to have their own bad days and they want you to be there for them too. Right?
Absolutely, right? If you're willing to share, then they will be comfortable sharing when they're also going through something like that.
100%. All right. Good connection episode today, Aubrey. And I'll talk to you very soon. You have a good rest of your day.
Awesome. Right? See you guys next time.
All right. Bye.